Hello, I was just going to show my setup that I use acoustically here. Of course, I have my Maton guitar, which I haven't even had for a year. I used to use my Maton with a K&K Mini, which is great. It's a great setup, but this is way better. You know, you think you've got a great sound, and then you try something new and different, and holy smokes, the system in these Matons, the AP5 Pro system, is phenomenal, where you can blend the piezo pickup and the mic. So good. Okay, then for my speakers, I use this EV8 to get the sound out. This puts out the sound big time, but not in like a piercing way, in a very full way. And then I plug this in to the AER Compact 60, which is a phenomenal amp. If you listen to Tommy Emmanuel, this used to be his amp. He now has changed amps, but he used this for years and years and years. And of course, as soon as I bought one, he changed his amps. But I love it. It sounds great. It's really an amazing amp. It's lightweight and easy to portable, but it's not made. It's best when, like, if you could see, I don't have it cranked up. I keep my gain right there at about 10, about 10 o'clock, and the master, same thing, maybe 11 on that master right now, but it's usually like right around 10. So it's not made to go big time, because then it doesn't sound that great. But when it's at the lower volumes, which is still plenty loud, it does a good job. Now, it's not plenty loud if you're playing in a busy restaurant with loud talking people and everything like that. You want to be able to cut through all that and have a good full sound. So I use this to do that. And they both complement each other so well, because on stage you can have one on one side, one on the other, and it just fills the room with beautiful, delicious acoustic tone, and it sounds phenomenal. All the effects that you have set on here, the reverb on the AER, go to the Everse 8. Now, I don't know if that's how it is with all AER amps, but this is the AER Tommy Emmanuel signature amp. And I know it does that, and it's just phenomenal. Here is the back of it. There's the direct line out right over there into the Everse 8. So it's a great. I'm really happy with the setup. I'm really happy with the sound. It sounds phenomenal. But that combined with this guitar is like the best sound I've ever heard. And I've tried lots and lots of acoustic amps. So one of my favorite amps I've had was a Fender Acoustasonic SFX 2, and it was a great amp. The only problem is it was huge. It was such a pain to haul around. It was heavy, but it had a sideways speaker in it, and then it had a front aiming speaker and tweeter, and it just filled the room up with such delicious tones, and it could handle pretty much any venue that I went to. I mean, I'm not playing at like giant venues, but bar, restaurant places, and it could cut through. It was great, but I don't want to haul that around. It's a heavy thing, and it gets to be a big pain. So, especially the older I get. So the Compact 60 is phenomenal, and even better with that Everse 8, which are both really small, light cabs, speakers, and you can have that surround sound by having the two speakers, and they just fill up the room. So really happy with this. I've had the towers, the Fishman tower. I can't remember exactly the model name, but the long, tall tower, and it just didn't have the tone I was looking for with my setup. I had my Maton with the K&K, which is a great pickup. I really have loved it, but it just didn't have the tone that I was looking for. It was almost too tinny with that particular setup. It might work great, and remember, all this is just opinions. This is my opinion on what I love and the sound that I love. And the Maton guitar combined with almost any speaker or PA system will sound good. Like right off the bat, it sounds good. And then when you start dialing it in and adjusting some knobs, it sounds even better. But then when you get like an AER or that new amp, the DeCapo or something like that, what it's called, it sounds, I don't know anything better, in my personal opinion. So if you're a musician that likes to gig and you're out and about trying to find good tones, I highly recommend a Maton guitar, and I highly recommend an Everse 8. To get the Everse 8, and the cool thing about that is it's battery powered. The battery lasts a long time, and I think I can get, like, with what I do on it, about 6 to 8 hours before the battery is done, and which is more than enough. The longest gigs I play is about a 2-hour gig. I did use it one time for a 4-hour show with other musicians that were playing through it, and that's one of the coolest things. It's portable. You can take it anywhere you want, and it's just a great speaker. And you can plug directly into that with the Everse 8, and you control everything on your phone with an app. I mean, you can go stand a little ways away and do a sound check and adjust all the tones on your phone and listening to the speaker, which is really cool and super handy. But that on its own is great. And if you want something even better, connect it to an AER. And that's so far on this endless search for tone is the best sound that I've been able to find. It's fantastic. So anybody who's interested or have any questions in the comments, just go ahead and ask, and I'll see if I can answer them. I don't know too much of the technical specs on them, but I just know that I like the tone, and tone is super important. I don't want to just show up to a gig with my guitar and just plug into the house. I could do that, but it's asking for trouble, and it's nice to have a good consistent tone wherever you go. And with these two small speakers that are lightweight, easy to haul around, and a Maton guitar with that pickup system in it, man. And of course, it's the style of music that I love too. So I mean, that makes a big difference. You may have a style that does not fit these amps or this guitar, and that's fine. But for my style, I love the finger picking, and I love the blues, and I love just really pretty finger style stuff. And this is the best setup that I've been able to find so far. So hope that helps.